Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to play some Golgari, taking advantage of just some really big, powerful cards, because we haven't done this in a minute, and I think this could actually be a pretty sweet list to play. Before we talk about the deck, though, I want to give a shout out to our winner from last week who left a relevant comment on a video, to StarWin89. They left a comment on the Abzan video from last week. So, if you want to be eligible for one of the cool prize packets, the mystery prize package, if you will, then you got to leave a relevant comment on this video. But also, my metrics show that a bunch of y'all watching are not actually subscribed. So if you take a second, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, all that good stuff, it'll help the video so much. And that'll help us put bigger prize packages together. So yeah, StarWin89 in the description. There's a link to the Discord. Come hop in and we'll work out every way to get the kit to you. Otherwise, let's talk about this really fun Golgari deck we have today that's playing low cost, big creatures. So starting at the top, we do have some Cecil Dark Knight. This card's just good for a 1-drop, nothing too crazy. We do have some Llanowar Elves because we are trying to get up to 3 mana fairly quickly because of some things we're going to talk about here in a second. We do have a fair amount of removal here, a couple of Nowhere to Run, some Shoot the Sheriff. We are going to play some Sunset Saboteur. This is a 4-power creature, which is actually pretty big. Hard to remove, it could cost your opponent a card, but most importantly, we are going to be playing some Herd Heirloom. This also makes it easier for us to be able to draw cards with more 4-power creatures, and we have a few more on the list as well. Intrepid Paleontologist, this helps with our mana, but also lets us get rid of stuff from the graveyard. Really good card, I think is underrated right now. We are playing a few copies of Lumbering Worldwagon, a couple of copies of Soraka Elusive Hunter, which could help us draw cards for opponents removing our stuff. But then, well, again, also 4-power creature. But then we also have Braco, Heartless Hunter. This is a 3-mana 4/3 with Trample, and if an opponent loses their best creature, then we get to put a counter on this and draw a card. So another way we can find cards in this deck. Maelstrom Pulse, this is just a catch-all to remove a variety of things. We do have an Elegy Acolyte, which can also gain us some life while helping us draw more cards. And of course, we're playing green, we're playing creatures, we're going to be playing Ouroboros, and a couple of copies of Lewis Pompous Pillager. So lots of cool stuff going on here. Lots of high-power creatures that are very affordable to play. Should be pretty good against most of the decks we expect to see at the Mythic ladder. But, like always, if you want to buy this or anything else, or just deck out your Commander decks, be sure to check out our friends at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON if you want to save 5%. That's DRAGN. Let's go hop in and see if we can do something with all these weird Golgari cards playing together. You know, one of the things I'm realizing with this list is that we could probably skimp on land a little bit. There's 24 in the list, but I'm realizing we have Llanowar Elf, Herd Heirloom, and Intrepid Paleontologist. That's probably more than we need. We could probably get by. I mean, I think we only have 6 things that cost 4. Everything else is 3 or less. So, I mean, I guess except for Lewis late in the game, obviously. Alright. If we're playing against, I was going to say Control, which we probably are here, I'm going to go ahead and go with this. This is probably going to be gold late in the game. Wow, what do we do here? I mean, I actually really want Lumbering Worldwagon. But this can't be countered, so let's run this out. And if they kill either one of these, we get a card, so it's fine. Yeah, I assume something like that would be there. Alright, Lewis, I see you. I'm going to assume they do have a counter. So we're going to have to be real careful with what we roll out. We might need to, like, try to bait the opponent into countering a thing. We can't quite play Lumbering Worldwagon here, because we'd have to play 3, pay 3 with most of the stuff they would have. So, Alright, we go for it with this. And if they just have back-to-back counters, then so be it. Yep, I assume that was going to be one of them. Is this where we find out they have 2 of them? Nope, they don't. Alright, so the plan worked. Had to be a little crafty there to make it happen, but it did what it was supposed to do, so we can't complain. They might get rid of our World Wagon here, of course. The downside to World Wagons these days. You know what? If we drain the opponent for 3, then this is a 4 toughness. I mean, you know what? I'm kind of here for that. Let's go. I mean, you can't easily spot move it unless you want to use, like, Get Lost or something. And if they do, you know? And if they 1-for-1 board sweep this, we are okay with that. Let's see what they do here. Teachings. Sure. That works. Now this gets a little weird. Now that we know they have that, do we want to play this and just see what the opponent does? Alright. I would assume they want to get rid of the Elegy Acolyte because it just does more. But they might just have a sweeper here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, well, we'll just do what we can. What is this? For 2, 4, 6? Alright. I mean, they're going to gain 3 back. Sadly, we have this Maelstrom Pulse that's not doing a dang thing. Oh no, we just drew too many lands. Wait, can they not play that? Oh! They didn't have black mana. I was just not even thinking, just assuming they had all their colors with so many lands. Wow. That deck's kind of greedy, but yeah. So we gotta like it. That's a 4-color control deck, actually. Just no green, I guess. But wow. Wow. Just that's all I gotta say is wow. We got lucky because we drew so much land, but Lewis actually took advantage of all the lands that we drew because we didn't get very many actual threats that got through. So yeah, we'll take that. This is pretty weak, but at least if they kill Cecil, we have a backup. I kind of want Golgari stuff to take off again, though, because I'd like to see more mid-rangey decks. I think we play a few on the channel, but overall, there's a lot of what feels like it's either just hyper aggro or control. There's very little in the middle right now. A few combo-y things, but those kind of are in the hyper aggro space. Yeah, I mean, we attack again. They're not going to block. Then we attempt to kill this again. And just keep them from doing whatever it is they're trying to do with all those tokens. Oh, some Servanden shenanigans. I can appreciate that. Still attacking, though. Then we're going to go here. And here. Though it's kind of gross, if they don't play any other creatures, we have to put a counter on Servanden, which actually kind of leads to our own demise, which is amusing. Yeah, I guess I'll block Servanden. Oh, I have to double block it, though, huh? There's just Menace. Do I care, though? Like, I attack, they double block? Yeah, sure, whatever. No blocks. That's fine. Oh, then I guess it doesn't really matter anyway now, does it? Like, the deck just said, nah, we're good here, sir. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. And then I get a 4/4 after this attack step? Even better. You can trade for my paleontologist. Yep, probably worth doing. So we'll go to 10, then to set 8. And then we have a 4/4, which now allows me to play this other Cecil. And that should do it. Because we can also drain for 2 with Lewis next turn. Yep. Okay. Kinda need this. Wow. If Llanowar dies, this hand just goes to crap, doesn't it? Unless we top deck the proper land, of course, but sure. Let's see what happens. Please don't kill our Llanowar elf. Okay, well, that's not going to kill it, at least. Paw Patch Recruit, sure. Do I want to do something else with a multiversal passage here? I do, actually. Put this on black. Pay 2. Let's go ahead and make a Cecil. Actually, this is whenever it's target of a spell or ability. So if we attack, we have to put a counter on that. Or anything, then we put 2 counters. It's a little bit dangerous. Let's do this. Well, it's not just rabbits, which I thought might have been the case for a second. Ooh, Elegy Acolyte. I'm willing to lose a lot of life in exchange for a card. Seems reasonable. Alright, next turn we gotta get serious. We get to play Surrak, then get to shoot something, and things get a little wild. They might also shelter here. Duskgrow's Willicray. We do have a way to get rid of that later, but not at the moment. Ooh, Herd Heirloom. Okay. We can Heirloom and then have 4 mana left. How do we want to go about business here, I guess, is the thing. Yep, okay, well, the opponent conceded. Yeah, that ended up being much of the game. Opponent kept a low-cost hand, but our value of our cards was just big enough that even once we started doing this, we have, like, Tramplers and everything else. And we're about to flip a Cecil. So, we're in pretty good shape overall. Okay, I guess. Like, just kind of looking at this like, I don't know what I'm doing with this hand, but sure. Can't really play Lewis, but we don't want to play that till later anyway. Oh, wait. Tried to play my Braco and couldn't play it there. That's an interesting choice. Are we supposed to kill that? I'm going to pass. I mean, they might want to kill or bounce our Braco or something here. I don't know. We kept kind of a slow hand. And then you get to copy a thing. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the benefit is we get to kill Druneth. And draw a card, I guess. That's not nothing. Alright. Might as well attack. Beastbinder, sure. This is going to get interesting real fast, because they're attacking for small numbers, but we could be attacking for much bigger numbers. Frenzied Bailoff. They must obviously just drew that. Okay. So, I think we have to Ouroboroi. They will turn that off. Then we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we try to drain them with the Lewis, maybe? Probably our best bet. Alright. I mean, it's not a lot, but maybe it's something. Okay, it worked. I guess we just created a situation where they couldn't outrace us because our creatures individually were so big. That's the only thing I can figure out happened there. But sometimes you just take those. Okay, this hand actually looks alright. Play Llanowar Elf. Maybe we'll get lucky and can play Heirloom into Paleontologist and then Ouroboros, right? Sure. Let's go here, here, and here. If for some reason they don't kill our Paleontologists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we got an untapped land, we could really go off. Slick shot show off. Sure. We only take 1 here, so that's nice. Little scary for next turn, but yeah, I think we just load up the board, get as many counters as we can here, right? We also have a creature land we could think about putting to use. All right, Emberheart Challenger, I see you. You got it. That's a dead 2/2. If you're going to attack, it's all or just Slick Shot. Because otherwise we just block and, yeah, nothing happens there. All right, I mean, I'm not mad at it. We get to play this so we can put counters on it. Go attacking for lots many. If we draw a card, yeah, we gotta do it though, right? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, if they have the cards, we potentially still lose here. I mean, if they don't, they've got to leave everything back. So, okay, Shelter's going to gain them some life. That's legit. I mean, get rid of our blocker? Nope, getting rid of the Ouroboros. All right. I mean, you're going to gain 4. If they go to 9, if we get an untapped land, we can just win, right? If we take 7 here, let's say they shoot us for 4. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14. Doesn't kill us, but then they gain 6. All right, no blocks. Let's see what you got. Maybe they give Slick Shot double strike or something. Yeah. All right. That's how we die. Ooh, okay. Okay. I don't hate this. I mean, even if our Llanowar Elf dies, we get back-to-back Saboteurs if we want them. So that's not the worst thing. Actually, if we put this on, I guess it doesn't matter what color. Put it on black, I guess. Then we can just do this and this. And then we just draw an untapped land and play Ouroboros, right? That's how this is going to go. Obviously, that's the ticket, right? Okay, wasn't quite that, but also isn't bad. I'm only going to attack with Cecil here because I don't want to put a counter on their dude in case they have like a crazy haster or something. Not yet, anyway. Oh, weird that we're running into another Druneth deck. But alright. Sure. Your Druneth has a counter. We could kill it, but we're going to go bigger here. And just have a good luck, have fun type situation here. And then hope we don't get trampled to death. Because if they don't have something big here, we just shoot the sheriff, whatever's blocking, and then we just punch through. And we will block. With Saboteur. Probably not with Ouroboros. Yep, didn't even have to worry about it. Okay, we're definitely keeping this. Dueling Llanowar Elves, huh? I think I want to do this. And then we'll just play 2 elves next turn. I was banking on the fact that this might have been a landfall deck, but it was not that. So, kind of got caught up in my own situation there. Alright, no attacks. I mean, they could get rid of Cecil and then attack for a lot here. That would suck. Plus, we have the better Llanowar Elves here. We have the ones with the 2 swords. Everybody knows that's the better one. They're stronger. Obviously, because they have 2 swords. Why did you not play anything? Not gonna lie, I am a bit suspicious. Why would you not want to play anything there? I mean, the weird thing is, if we get rid of their Llanowar Elves, we also get rid of ours, because destroys target non-land permanent, all other permanents with the same name. But I'm also wondering if it's worth it, since they were stuck on 2 lands. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to gamble it. And just say, alright. I mean, you have something. I'm just trying to put it to the test and figure out what the hell it is. Alright, well, I got no clue. I just figure if they couldn't cast anything else... I mean, I guess maybe they need a double black? No. Okay. Then yeah, I have no idea what's happening. Alright, you have to have a removal or something here, right? That's what this is about. Kill the Ouroboros? No, not even that? The hell's happening then? Yeah, y'all got me. I'm at a loss. I don't even know. I mean, getting rid of the elves was probably the right call here, but otherwise, I don't even know what's happening. Okay, so let's say we kill this guy. We get to turn this into a, is equal to its power, right? So this becomes a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not good, because then we take 4, go to 9. Actually, no, this is 5, so we go to 8. I think we're still safe if we do that. You know, famous last words and all that stuff, but whatever. And we do still have our creature as a blocker, because it'll become a 4/4 with some counters. And even if they sweep the board, we can just drain them for 1 with Lewis now. Yeah, don't have any idea what they're going to try to do here. Yep. All right, cool. We'll take that. Yeah, that was one of those weird times where you actually end up using a card like Maelstrom Pulse to ultimately get rid of your own stuff as well, but it hampered the opponent more. And we had Paleontologist, which helped bail us out. So this was the end game state, so it paid off, and it was worth it, because the opponent just didn't get to the mana they needed in time. But yeah, crazy situation that actually worked. Let's go for it. Yeah, having all these little mana things is just so efficient. And not having it go to waste because there's stuff like Lewis, you know, your big body finishers, which is great. Let's go green. Yeah, we could do that. Because then we still have the mana for this. And the mana for this. And then we're just going to try to outrace life gain. We're just going to go Ouroboros and bring the team. And just say, if you get us, you get us, I guess. Untapped land would be great, though. Oh, you're not bad either. You're not bad either. I appreciate that. Alright, no attacks here yet. So if they do decide to shelter our Ouroboros, we could still get in there with Cecil, potentially. Or block with Cecil, I should say. Because you kind of have to get rid of Ouroboros here. If not, our creature is just too big for them to do anything the rest of the way. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I mean, that's a lot of power. Don't get me wrong. But attacking does you nothing here. Yep. Oh, and we got to shoot the sheriff. Great. So now it's just, do we want to try to just gain life? Do we want to shoot a thing? Probably shoot a thing and play Saboteur, right? Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do here. I mean, we have so many options. It's weird. We're like just small enough to not be the right thing. So I guess we just attack with Cecil, right? Okay. Kind of just waiting for them to try to shelter something, and then we just kill whatever they shelter. Yeah, that's fine. Those are all things that happen. Exemplar of Lights. Huh. How do I feel about that? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Like, they get a card, which is annoying, but we don't care that much. Yep, your creatures are big. Our turn. Alright, I guess we get rid of the flyer, because that's the only real annoying thing here. Nothing else matters greatly. Alright, so we pump up our team. We attack. I guess we just play another Saboteur as another blocker, and it's something else they have to deal with. But now we just attack with everything, right? Any 3 are lethal? Oh, we can't even attack with Llanowar Welfare, actually. It's a little too small still. So let's just get in with that and a Saboteur. We'll just leave the rest behind. Because realistically... Well, no, this actually untaps. We'll be at like 4, but... we'll have 4 creatures back? I mean, I guess we attack with this too. Alright. That at least forces them to have to block. I'll put a counter on this Knucklehead, I guess. I mean, if they draw something, they take a point of damage to make the Channeler fly. That would be hilarious. It'd be a crazy way to die. Maybe I'm supposed to just attack with everything anyway, though, right? Because this is going to untap regardless. We still would have had this back. Yeah, I should have just attacked with everything. Because they would have had to take a minimum of 16 damage. Losing at least 2 of their creatures. I don't know. It'd have been close, actually. Because if they did have a shelter or something, we could have been in trouble. So it's probably still safe. It's really close, but this is the way that I'm pretty sure we can't lose. Is if we did it the other way, there's at least like a corner case situation where we could lose. Alright. So opponent's at 4. As we are as well. Okay, Robbo, you make a lot of bodies. That doesn't change anything for us, though. Yeah, I was say we have plenty of chump blockers. Alright, cool. Ooh. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Alright, let's play you and see what happens. Though I was tempted to play Saboteur, and because they're playing this, like they could have all types of removal. Because if we don't find a 4th land quickly, these Ouroboros are just going to kind of sit around. But they might have another tap land here. Nope, no such luck. Oh, but paleontologists ain't dead yet. All right, all right. Are we doing reanimator-y things? They are. So we get to put the opponent in a little bit of a blender situation here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to leave mana up here. I think we're going to remove creatures from the graveyard, and we're going to try to kill their creature. And if they just have the right removal, they have right removal. I'm not going to sweat it too much. I think this is the right thing to do. Alright. Opponent goes to attack. Yep. We will get rid of Tursa. I mean, real talk, we probably could have got away with playing Ouroboros there, but I wanted to be a bit on the safe side, just in case. Let's just go ahead and play this and pass. And if they're like other opponents, they're going to try to zombify here or play their... Okay, they didn't do it. So good on this opponent. Ooh, I'd love to find another untapped land. Using Maelstrom Pulse to get rid of double fear would be great. Would love that. So fear is going to be a 4/5. Yep, that's annoying, but we're just going to take the hit. Remove you. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. At some point, it's worth it to just go for it. But I don't think we're at that point yet. Pass the turn. Winter Night Story, sure. Alright. Got a nightclub. Sure. Yeah. Winter Night Stories, you got it. Man, they found all the Ardens, huh? I mean, we're probably just blocking that guy. Okay, they see that as well. Let's get rid of Arden. Ugh, a tap land. Alright, we're getting closer. we're getting just a little bit closer. Pass the turn. Yeah, Winter Night Stories, you got it. I guess now we got to remove 2 demons. I mean, at some point, they're going to get rid of our paleontologist, I would assume. We've been stuck on land a bit, just riding this out. But, well, now we're going to have to get rid of this guy. Otherwise, we'll just get killed by flyers. And that's a much bigger problem. Alright. Sure. We'll block. I'll go to 12. Removing Arden. Removing Bringer. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Try to be the aggressor here with this hand. Don't know if it's going to work out well, but we'll find out. You know what, Llanowar Elf? You are just on time. Sometimes being turn 2 is okay. Not often, but sometimes. Consult the star charts. Wow. Okay. Probably want to find lands, because if you're playing star charts, this is likely some type of control-ish situation. But I'm your Huckleberry. I mean, if you have a sweeper, you have a sweeper. Yeah, they probably do. But we weren't going to not do this. We'll just have to play a Saboteur and hope for the best. Maybe they have a tap land? Nope, no such luck. Here comes Dad Judgment. Oh. I was going to say, if you don't immediately sacrifice that and sweep the board, I don't know what's going on. That's the only thing that makes logical sense. But they are also playing, like, Uthros and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe this was a weird Bant Spiders deck, and we just hadn't... They had the slow part of the hand. But I assume... No, it's just a Jill. Wow. Not what I would have expected to see, truthfully. Alright. Well, I guess we keep attacking. Because now you start looking at the range of, like, how much lower can we get them before Lewis gets to do its thing? Yeah, I have no clue where this deck's going. Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, it was so interesting because they didn't want to block or anything with it. So I'm wondering if they were hoping for an untapped land to set something up with this. But, I mean, having it come back as a 4/5 wouldn't have been enough. So I don't know what was going on there. Okay. Let's do it. This is the type of hand you don't feel too bad about because you at least have Lewis after a couple turns to set up some things, so that's always nice. Let's go this tapped into this guy. Actually, what'd I do that for? I could have heirloom. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's largely irrelevant. Let's go here, here, and try to draw a card. Because you're not blocking with that. Alright. Now the question is, can we get the opponent low enough, fast enough? I mean, we may be attacking with a Restless Cottage next turn. Just to remove stuff from graveyards, if they put something there. They may not. Also, I was going to say, them targeting our creature isn't the worst thing for them, actually. Yeah, no blocks. You're rarely mad, though, when your opponent has to 1-for-1 get rid of something. You're kind of okay with that. I think we just go big here with Lewis. So we just drain for 4. I mean, it's just another big body. That does coincidentally trample. Should be noted. Wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting to see that. Usually when you see the Umbral Zealot, it's small stuff going on. They also didn't sacrifice it for anything. Meat Hook Massacre 2. Wow. I forgot the wording on this card. When this enters, each player sacrifices, exit it, and pay anything. Whenever a creature you control dies, you can pay 3 life. If you do, return that card under your control. When a creature opponent controls dies, you can pay 3 life. Or we can pay 3 life. If they don't, return the card. Sure, the opponent's only at 12 here, though, right? So what if we go 1, 2, 3... That leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. It doesn't do much. Alright, well, it's not exciting, but let's just kill this guy again. Well, yeah, if you pay 3, you return it. Sure, I guess. Sure, then we attack with this. Tricky, tricky. Getting the Meat Hook Massacre 2. And this is... I think this is literally the first time ever that I have had that card played against me. Which is awesome that somebody's even playing it. All right. I mean, we have some creature lands. I was hoping I'd have drawn something playable there, but no such luck. Though now I think whatever the opponent searches for here doesn't really matter, right? I mean, Lewis is giving us fuel, so we don't care. Yeah. And then we just have tramplers. That's going to do it. Yeah. Just activate this and attack. I mean, credit to the opponent. They were in the lab on this one. Yeah, they say GG's. Even without trampling, that's a winner. All right, cool. No clue what their payoff was, but that was scary for a second. So yeah, we got to see every card in play, so that was cool. Everything kind of just did what it was supposed to do. I think if anything, there are some times where either of these removal spells are not going to be the best thing. You're going to have some situations where it's the wrong card, right? But we do still have Maelstrom Pulse. We do have some Death Touch creatures. I would say if you don't have some of the parts in this deck, you could play Karsi Revenant, I believe. That's what that's called. Yeah, this card, I think you could get away with this. It's flying, Death Touch, Lifelink. It's a 3/3. You can make something else. You have flying and all those abilities. I think that could be very good here. I was also mentioning that it feels like we have a lot of mana, right? Like, there were a lot of games. There were one or two where we drew mana light, but I mean variants, right? But there were a lot where it felt like, oh, that's another land. Oh, and I was hoping we'd get the World Wagons more often to kind of get those out of the deck because we're not playing that many. But it's a combination of Llanowar Elf, Paleontologist, and the Heirloom just making it feel like you have so much mana. And this played very well. We were 9-4, and this was really about just playing cost-efficient bodies. Low cost, big bodies, really got it done here. And Lewis was a game winner a couple of times. So yeah, nothing to complain about here. All the cards work. If you're just looking to play some Golgari, I say have at it. This was actually super sweet. A lot of fun. Link will be over at Moxfield like usual. Save your money at Tales of Adventure. And if you do me a favor, we could really use it right now. Remember to like this video, do all the fun stuff. That always helps. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.